NoRCEL way forward. I'm putting some ideas forward and telling you a little bit about what we are, who we are, where we're going, where we're coming from. Well, I talked about where we came from, but I'm going to tell you where we are currently first, and then talk about future. Okay, why is NoRCEL unique? Well, these are the 9 principles we abide by, and we make a promise. To be quite honest, since 2013. By the way, I'll repeat again, I'm dyslexic, so some words sort of jumps in my mind. And even though I'm thinking of 2 words, I always get the wrong one. I'm sorry about this. That's dyslexic for you. So we will hold actual conferences. Will not be actual physical conference. Will not be longer than 3 days, because we believe that the brain gets tired and you get irritated. In fact, it's counterproductive after the 3rd day. You just want to get away from people, and if you're on a 5-day conference, my God, you know, you're just exhausted. You need another 5 days to recover. And then we guarantee that ordinary speakers will be allocated, that's a regular speaker, will be allocated 30 minutes, including Q&A, and we believe that because the story had to be told, we're talking about the origin life here. We're not talking about 15 minutes of fame, as a lot of the conference now succumb to. So we guarantee that the keynote speaker will always be allocated 45 minutes, including Q&A. Of course, it's different now because we're on the internet and we can't sit all that period of time listening to or watching television virtually. So anyway, the 4th point is that there will be no parallel session, because under one roof we want to focus what we're talking about. And Martin Dominic will highlight some of these points, and of course Elias will also give his impressions of this. We have made this initial right from the start, no parallel session. So you'll come along, be comfortable, and listen and tell your story. That's because we are going to host 40 oral presentation per conference. We're not going to mess around with posters. What we would do, rather give a student say 15 minutes in that case, because if they're just first year PhD, because they will not be able to carry it through 30 minutes. We'd rather do that than to have posters. We don't do posters, period. And abstracts will be chosen on the basis of the quality of the science and not on the standing of any individual or their affiliation. And a lot of the time people say, oh my God, we got to get somebody to do this. You know, they can pull in the crowd. No, we do it the other way around. Our conference pulls in because we offer students the opportunity to be a keynote speaker. As I pointed out this morning, that of the 17 keynote speaker positions, 3 are to the students. And we proactively invite people who are not necessarily involved directly in the origin of life. I mean, that sounds a bit iffy, kind of woolly. And what sort of statement is that? Well, you know, we're not the only sharpest tool in the toolbox, so to speak. You know, there are really, really good scientists who are, for example, working on the vesicles from a different point of view. One speaker, Professor Beppe, will give a talk on exactly that tomorrow. And he's not an original life person, but he gets invited. And of course, there are a lot of other people that has been here before who are not necessarily involved in the original life, but they get equal billing. That's the important bit. Because in NoRCEL, under NoRCEL, we believe that actually it's the the answer to the question of the origin of life may well lie in people who are not doing anything to do with research, because we're so engulfed in our little world, and we don't see the answer that easily, you know. And that's the major problem, according to NoRCEL Syndicate. That is the team, the NoRCEL team. And of course, then you have students will be given opportunity, I've already said that, to give a keynote speech. And then the last one is, we will generate a report. I've been generating a report for the previous conference. Again, we will generate reports for this conference, and I'm sure that there's a good number of people here who have been in that position. For example, Professor David Lilly, he can vouch for that, the fact that we appraised his science twice and quoted his paper in the context of origin of life. And so I'll say that bit, and let's talk about this. This is my last slide. So what's new on the horizon? What's so special about NoRCEL? Well, we've got 2 spin-off, although there are 3, but I only want to talk about 2. One of them is NoRCEL Blue Earth Project. This is an idea whereby we are going to host live physical conference in the city of Leeds in the county of Yorkshire in the UK. We are going to host this, and so what this conference will actually tackle issues such as the crisis of overpopulation and water shortage. That's a fresh water shortage, by the way. We know how much we got the salty water, as well as species extinction. I was watching on the news the other day, and there was a very good half-hour program about extinct people are eating species to death. And these are the type of topics we are going to tackle. So, okay, when does it happen? We aim to do it first Saturday in the January, each January, every January, first Saturday. Of course, this year falls in on New Year's Day, falls on actually Saturday, because this is a new idea. What we're going to do it the following Saturday, but then we're going to start doing, once the group gets going. Once it gets going, we will do it first Saturday. There's a reason for that, but I won't go into it. The other thing actually is that yeah, okay, I'll move on. So the other one is, the other innovative idea is that NoRCEL Education Institute, because we have been disseminating science both in Africa and India, and we've got connections with at least a dozen universities in India, and we have connections with at least 7, 8 countries in Africa, and I go there literally twice a year in order to disseminate sciences, both at the university level and as well as at the school levels. So now what we're going to do, I'm in the process of writing. This dyslexic person is in the process of writing this a program in order to implement it by, I forecast it to be around about March of next year. I mean, you might say, how can a dyslexic person do this? Well, it's quite simple. I didn't say I was stupid. I just said I'm dyslexic. Simple as that. That means I can do it. And thank you very much for listening to me. See you in summer 2022.